Good day, everyone. Good day, Mom Roa. Today, I'll be presenting a fundamental concept in abstract algebra called the permutation group. This concept plays a key role in understanding the structure of groups and how elements of a set can be rearranged in a systematic way. Now, let's begin with a definition. Let's break down the definition of a permutation and a permutation group. Let us start with the permutation. A permutation of a set A is a function from A to A that is both 1 to 1 and 1 to. In simpler terms, a permutation rearranges the elements of a set without adding or removing anything. That means no element is repeated or left out. Each element maps to one and only one unique element of the set. Pasabot, walay mawala, walay matangtang, walay madugang, and walay magbalik-balik dira sa tuang elements. Next is we have the permutation group. A permutation group of a set A is a set of permutation of A that forms a group under function composition. Now, when we say permutation group, we're referring to a collection of such permutations that follow the rules of a mathematical group. And these rules are the following. One, there must be an identity in permutation. Two, every permutation has an inverse. Three, the operation is associative. And four, the group is closed under that operation. So we have four mathematical group that needs to be satisfied so that we can call that permutation a group. Um, So, permutation groups are sets of rearrangements that can be composed and inverted just like numbers in arithmetic groups. Now, let us look at this example. So, alpha, we have alpha is equal to the set of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then, we move like to this. We have alpha 1 is equal to 2, alpha 2 is equal to 3, alpha 3 is equal to 1, and alpha 4 is equal to 4. So what happened? 1 went to where 2 was. 2 went to 3's place. And then 3 went to 1's place. And 4 just stayed in its place. This is a permutation because as you observe, walay nagbalik-balik, walay nadugang, and walay nakulang. And it is part of a permutation group if we can keep mixing in a way that follows group rules like combining, undoing, and doing nothing. Okay, now, instead of listing each mapping one by one, we can write permutations more compactly using array notation. For example, we have here alpha is written as alpha is equal to, from the top row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and from the bottom row, we have 2, 3, 1, 4. Now, the top row lists the original positions, meaning the set. We have, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, since we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. And then the bottom row lists where each of those positions maps to. Kung asa sila mo adto. The number below each column tells us where that number goes. So in the array, we have 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1, and then 4 goes to 4. So now, Next is the same with the permutation beta of the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, given by beta 1 is equal to 5, beta 2 is equal to 3, beta 3 is equal to 1, beta 4 is equal to 6, and beta 5 is equal to 2, and beta 6 is equal to 4, is expressed in an array form as beta is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our top row, and 5, 3, 1, 6, 2, 4, our bottom row, where our numbers maps to. Okay, next, now let us understand how to combine two permutation, or also known as compositions. Now, suppose we have two permutations. We have the sigma, the first one, and then we have the gamma, the second one. In our sigma, we have the top row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. And the bottom row, we have 2, 4, 3, 5, 1. And in our gamma, we have the same, our original list, and then our bottom row is 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now, we want to compute the composition of gamma sigma. Gamma sigma. Take a look at this um, symbol. We want to look the composition of gamma sigma, which means we apply sigma first, then apply gamma to the result. So this is done from right to left. So unsaon man, um, since we have original list no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then um, to solve is magsugod ta sa right to left. Since ato ang right is sigma and then our left is gamma, let us look at first sa numbers sa sigma. So we have first atong pangitaon ang 1 since it's our original list 1. Then let us look at the 1 of the sigma. 1 goes to 2. We observe. And then let us look at the number 2 on the gamma. Then 2 goes to 4. Therefore, our answer from of the gamma sigma is 1 is 2 goes to 4. The same process from the other numbers. We have number 2, 4. We have number 2. 2 goes to 4 and then 4 goes to 2. That's why we have 4 goes to 2. The same process, until the end. And then after the remainder of the bottom row, therefore the remainder of the bottom row of the gamma sigma is obtained in a similar fashion. Okay, following the process, when we put everything together, we have the final result of composition of the gamma sigma is equal to the top row, the original list, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the bottom row where the number maps to, we have 4, 2, 1, 3, 5. This tells us that 1 goes to 4, 2 goes to 2, 3 goes to 1, 4 goes to 3, and then 5 goes to 5. Okay, now let us look at this example number 1. We have let S and 3 denote the set of all one-to-one functions from 1 to 3 to itself. Then S sub 3 under function composition is the group with 6 elements. The 6 elements are epsilon, alpha, alpha squared, beta, alpha beta, and alpha squared beta. Now, note that beta alpha is equal to 1 to 3, 3 to 1. So how did we get the beta alpha? How did we come up with this answer? Since to find, di ba, from right to left. So, una na ito pangitaon, ang ato ang right, which is alpha, then goes to beta. So original numbers are 1, 2, 3. So, let us start with 1. And then, 1 from alpha, we have 1. 1 goes to 2. And then, after, we will go to left, which is the beta. Then 2. We'll find 2 from the top row of the beta, which is equal to 3. Therefore, we have 1 is equal to 1 goes to 3. Next, the same process with number 2. Let us look at first from the alpha. We have 2. 2 goes to 3. And then let us look at the 3 on the beta. 3 goes to 2. That's why we have 2 goes to 2. Lastly, we have 3. From 3 from the alpha goes to 1, and then 1 from the beta goes to 1. So we have 3 goes to 1. We have beta alpha 3 goes to 1. And then take note, a alpha squared beta is not equal to alpha beta, so that S sub 3 is non-abelian. Then the relation beta alpha is equal to a squared beta can use to compute um, permutations without resorting to the arrays. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you learned something. Thank you. Goodbye.